What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Humble Pipe Podcast, where we discuss life, relationships, and business, man. Happy Black History Month, man. We've been on fire. I'm your host, Vese Jones. Big bro Wallace Dallas in the building.
You know how I do. and we got a special guest in the
Yes, sir.
in the building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've been waiting on this for 2 weeks.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? I might have been waiting all my life. Because I know the information. He finna give me finna be life changing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna try.
We got a serial entrepreneur.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Jumping off the top ropes.
Yes.
He started as a wrestler back in the day. I'm just playing. Let me get back on track.
Right.
My brother, developer, construction worker. He sing on the part. No, but let me keep it on. Let me keep it on point. But seriously,
Yeah.
definitely got a special guest today. Serial entrepreneur. He's definitely gonna give y'all some game. Gonna give us some game because we don't know nothing about nothing.
For real.
And with no further ado, I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Rukeem the Dream.
I've actually heard that before.
Rukeem the Dream.
I think they called me that at work when I was working at Comcast. In Nashville,
Wow.
Yeah, but it's Rukeem Campbell, your favorite developer. Again, I'll say this. I never said I was the best developer, but soon to be. But I am your favorite developer here in the city of Chicago. And like you said, can I be a construction worker? Yes. I'm a general contractor, mentor, coach, most importantly, a husband, father, and son, brother, cousin, and provider to the community that I come from.
Yes, sir.
That's what's up, man. What side of town you from?
West Side.
West side. Oh, you from out west? Bad.
Yeah.
Across the street?
Oh, 9290. Right. Let's see.
What's my cross street?
Yeah.
Henry Horner Projects.
Okay.
So,
Hold on.
All right.
Let me see.
so it's now called the West Loop.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. That's
so
true.
I'm actually from
the West Loop.
the West Loop.
Wow.
Not the
Right by
same-
the UC.
Not the same West Loop that y'all see right now.
Not the same
Yeah.
West Loop that
Yeah.
you guys see right now. The West Loop that I'm from was called Henry Horner Projects, and I left in 2018, 2017. Comcast shipped me to Nashville. I came back. It was the West Loop. I literally left for 1 year, and it was completely changed.
Wow.
But it's always in the plan, though.
Okay.
The city has city planning, so that's a gem right there, right? City planning will tell you where the gentrification is coming to because you got to submit to the city what you're doing before you start developing, and it has to be approved.
All right. So let's since you start with where you from out west, let's kind of
real quick. Let's get your socials real quick so
Yeah.
people can find you.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So Facebook, Rukeem Campbell, pretty simple. Instagram, your favorite developer. TikTok, your favorite developer. YouTube channel, still working on that, but it's Campbell Construction because we was just talking about that. Right?
Yeah.
I'm in between doing the family YouTube and all, professional and what I do on the field on a day-to-day basis. So videos dropping soon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, real soon.
Stay tapped in with bro. So rewinding just a little bit or fast forwarding. He from out west, whole lot of 290 shit. So we want to get to telling people how you guys started eventually. So you started out west as a shorty. You know what I'm saying? And fast forward, now you're your favorite developer. But I want the people to know exactly maybe how you got started in the business.
But first, what people really want to know: Harold's or Uncle Remus?
Damn.
Honestly, so my wife made me change, right?
No.
Because
What's up?
I'm gonna tell you why.
All
right. So
what is it, bro?
I gotta take my jacket off.
Harold's or Uncle Remus, bro? Come on now.
Say the wrong thing.
The people.
so I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be real honest. Really, really honest.
I never had.
If you get Uncle Remus hot and fresh, off the chain, right? Harold's hot and fresh or cold, rewarming it up.
Whoa, hold on.
The
brother.
best chicken
Cut the camera. I like the way this is going.
in the city. Who got the best sauce hands down?
Yeah.
Uncle Remus got him on the sauce.
All right.
Got them on the sauce.
Yeah.
But I was like you, brother. Harold's they got good chicken.
Yeah.
They got good chicken.
Yeah.
But if I eat it now, because I don't really eat a lot of fried foods, my stomach get to hurting and all that stuff, man. So
All right, cool.
yeah.
All right. I give him a pass on that, y'all.
Yeah.
Don't get in his inbox going crazy because you said the wrong
Zip the
thing.
jacket back up, bro. He's
Yeah,
straight.
yeah.
Zip it back up. Man.
He in the suit.
Almost had to swing up. But
Over some chicken, see?
Chicago don't play about that.
Hell no.
Or their baseball teams. But what you were saying, though, Vese? My bad.
No, it's all good. So I was just wanting to, get the people maybe just some groundwork. See what I did.
Oh, yeah.
there
So
on
basically,
how you got started.
How I got started,
Mhm.
where I'm from.
High school, college.
It's 7 of us, 7 of me and my brothers and sisters.
Okay.
I am the second oldest, probably the most mature one.
Oh,
Right?
Wow.
Yeah, my brothers and sisters, they are hilarious. If you put them all in a room,
Yeah.
it's crazy. But yeah. So I went to Suter Elementary School, graduated from there. I was gonna go to Crane like everybody else. Y'all know what Crane is, right?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
Everybody from over there.
Yeah. But I had the opportunity to go outside of the neighborhood. I went to Prasa.
Oh, no, you
Crazy.
went way outside.
Yeah.
Well, ain't probably like up north somewhere?
That's all.
Northwest?
It's West Side.
West side.
West Side.
Northwest.
But I went to Steinmetz after Prasa.
That's like going to Prosper White.
Process 2.0.
That's a fact, though.
He chose
That
he
is a
go to none
fact.
of the cool high schools.
Right.
Western High
Wow. I ain't going to Crane. I ain't going to Marshall. I went to be cool on me. This not even about me. We got to guess. Yeah, I should be wanting to talk though. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't about me. We ain't,
Right. No, actually, I got kicked out of high school, man.
Wow.
A lot of people don't know that.
Okay.
So I actually did get kicked out of high school.
Mhm.
Huge shout out to the people that embraced me when I came like further west on the west side.
Mhm.
My homie Parrish, Lamarius, rest in peace. Yeah, those are like my aces. My other homie Doodoo, that's what we call him. Parrish named Duke. You know, I shouldn't be saying these names. I don't want to put y'all out there, but Parrish actually gave us all nicknames.
Oh,
Mhm.
wow.
Those are my guys though. Like those are the people who embraced me when I came on the west side,
Mhm.
like further west. Guilty by association.
Yeah.
I wasn't a bad kid,
Mhm.
like at all. And I actually was doing drafting and architect in Prosser too,
Oh, okay.
with construction, HVAC.
Okay.
But one day we got out of school, we was always, turned up footworking. I really know how to footwork really, really well. Right?
You do?
Yes.
Okay.
I was really,
You
really
one of them.
good. Right?
Automatics.
I ain't never seen nobody do footwork in Chelsea games.
Hey, brother, I'm really good. Well, back then. But I came out of school. The principal and assistant principal was telling us, like, escorting us off the school grounds.
Mhm.
One of my homies, I ain't gonna say his name, but he like body slammed the assistant principal because he grabbed him.
Okay.
Man,
Dude.
Nah. It wasn't him either. But we ended up being in jail, man. Like,
Wow.
I was in Central and Grand for like 3 days, bro. Like, I was locked up for 3 days as a shorty.
3 hots in the cot.
Like 15, 16 years old.
Wow.
Then they sent me the prologue on the north side,
I never heard of that.
which is alternative school.
Mhm.
Crazy.
Well, yeah.
Prologue was crazy, bro. They had guns and then everything. Like, this was north side, like north side, right?
Okay.
I did a year there. I had to come back. I had to do a speech and write a paper to come back to regular school.
Oh, wow.
That's how I ended up at Steinmetz and graduated from Steinmetz. So still got my high school diploma. From there, I was going to go to, I actually enlisted in the Air Force, bro.
Oh, wow.
Sworn in and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually went enlisted in the Air Force, sworn in and everything.
Mhm.
And right before I was about to go,
Mhm.
like they fired my recruiter. No lie, this
That
was
was God's
crazy
plan.
stuff.
God's plan. God's plan.
Yeah, they tried to make me a military police. Right? You know, military police is the first people who get hit. Like,
Oh, no.
Yeah.
We ain't on that, bro. Whoa.
Hey, but huge shout out to my cousin though,
Yeah.
Wendell,
Mhm.
who actually like we was shorties, like 17, 18 years old, pulled up on me in the Audi, A6, 2000 something Audi, 2004, 2003, I think that's what it was, Audi A6, and he was working at Kmart. You know, I'm like, You get this at Kmart? he like, cuz I was just gonna get a job.
Right. It ain't rocket science.
Just gonna get a job. So I got a job at Famous Footwear.
Damn.
Right? Damn. Hey, you heard what he just said? That. Hey, look, and I'm gonna tell on my family, man. They used to call me Al Bundy.
Hey, Tech.
They definitely used to call me Al Bundy.
That's
though.
tough,
bro. Like, you know what's so crazy about that? Like, I used to have to go all the way to Melrose Park. I'm gonna tell this story. Like, I remember going to Melrose Park with all the guys. We used to go to the show out there, and it's like $7 to get in. Yeah, all the guys used to go. And, nice enough. Like, you know. Yeah, we know. Yeah, you a frugal guy, huh? All right.
yeah. Still frugal. I still
hit them Tuesdays.
But yeah, we was like one night we was driving, and it's crazy how God like make everything come back to you full circle.
For sure.
I was like in a car, and I was like, man, I would never be on a bus stop. Right on Knife Avenue. Like, wow, they on a bus stop all the way out here. Crazy thing out there. Like 2 months after that, I was on that same bus stop.
Wow.
So like, again, God will make everything come. My whole life is like full circle though. Worked at Famous Footwear. Called me Al Bundy. Barb, which is like my auntie, my uncle/father, sister, right? Uncle Rob. They know who that is. She didn't let me wear like regular clothes. Like I used to work alongside of Hispanics.
Okay.
And like I used to have to wear dress clothes. They can wear Jordans. They can come in there with like just regular polo shirts. Yeah. I had to wear like a dress shirt like every day. Dress pants every day. And I used to be like, man, why she let the, Hispanics wear what they want to wear, but she ain't never let me wear it. And I know why now. Because if I'm in dress clothes as a black man, people are more likely to
presented differently.
I'm presented differently, opposed to me being in Jordans.
Yeah,
and
perception gonna be different.
The perception
that was wisdom right there,
that's right?
True. Yeah.
She was real, like, shout out Barb for sure. Had my first son, Sayon, and I was like, man, I got to be able to support him. Every time I had a kid, I leveled up. So I'm gonna give y'all that, right?
Okay.
Every time,
right,
man.
Oh, wow,
crazy. Wow. I'm on a computer. I'm looking at the A8, the Audi A8. I had the A6 at the time. So my cousin, he showed me the older A6. I pulled up with the newer A6, and big shout out to Wendell. We always keep pulling up on each other.
That's what's up. That motivation. That's
that friendly competition.
Yeah. So we always like. He get a bigger house, I'll get a bigger house. I get a bigger car, he'll get a bigger car. We always been like that. That's like my brother. Big shout out to Wendell because we moved to Berwyn, me and him together. He actually was the one to help me to get my first apartment with him. So
that's what's up. I was in the same house too. Y'all was going crazy.
Yeah, we was decent, man.
They say it was your brother? Wendell.
That's my cousin.
Your cousin?
My cousin, but he like my brother. But yeah, Stephen Clay, bro, like that is the mentor, still the mentor to this day. I call him. But I was on a computer looking at an A8 and he asked me, he's like, how you going to pay for that? And I was like, I'm making money.
Yeah.
I'm going to work for it.
Right.
You get my credit together, I'm going to just go buy it. He was like, nah, that's a liability. So as soon as we get to talking about assets and liability, he gave me Rich Dad, Poor Dad. But it was like a video game. What? It was a downloadable video game. And
that's the first time I heard that.
Yeah, Rich Dad Poor Dad actually had like a downloadable video game on your iPhone, and you'll go through the book, and it'll be like, you got $100,000. What are you gonna buy? And you'll buy certain things, and it'll show like the car breaking down, you back to zero, or buy a house, stuff like that. I read Rich Dad Poor Dad. Then we actually sold hair weave after that. So we started a company. He showed me how to start the company, all of that. It was called Fleek Weaves. You probably might be able to still find the Instagram.
Fleek
Weaves. You feel me? I was selling hair weaves, slanging hair weaves. Yeah. Working at Comcast at the same time.
You was on your baby boy Jody shit.
Yeah. $40. $40. Yeah.
That man.
Girl, I'm a fit.
Nah, but for real, like that ambition though, that's what kept you going.
Yeah, like business. I've always been into like business. So we formed a group too. of us as individuals, as black men.
Like-minded.
Yeah, like-minded individuals. We all did that. But Steve was already investing in Gary, Indiana, right? So that's actually where I got my start. And big shout out to Gary, bro. Like, people don't know. Like, I'm from the west side of Chicago, successful, but I'm still like, Gary is like the place for us to get in. And like, I'm teaching my students right now how to buy houses for $500. Yeah. Like land and houses for $500.
Yeah.
So Steve actually put me on that. Bought my first properties. This is crazy, right? So I didn't go buy the cars first. We literally had that conversation. I read the book and I was like, I don't want to disappoint him. So, got my credit up, loaded. So again, I'm 22, 23, making, $80,000 to $100,000 now. Golden ticket. I was working like 36 hours a week. I only worked 36 hours a week because I wanted to still get my health benefits from Comcast.
Wow.
So
40?
not a whole 40. So I only work.
I feel like 42. That's too long anyway, bro.
No, neither. Hey,
For full time.
yeah. But I was working 36 hours a week for Comcast. And I actually went to the auction. I bought 3 houses and 2 cars in the same week. Like, you can probably go back to my Instagram. Like, I bought 3 houses and 2 cars because he said I couldn't buy the liabilities without the assets.
Oh, wow. It's a mindset thing for real.
So this was Stephen Clay. He like, man, you can't buy. You want that car? It was between a Porsche Panamera or the A8. And I could have bought them both, but then I ended up getting the BMW Grand Coupe.
I'll just take this instead.
Yeah.
Photo joint.
Yeah.
BMW Grand Coupe, because didn't nobody have that, right?
Yeah.
And I bought my wife a Q7 truck. Same week.
Nice.
Same week. But I did it wrong. So I'll explain to you how I did it. You get it.
Let's know
Assets and liabilities, right? So
Let's go.
I bought the properties in the auction, got the properties, but I didn't have enough money to afford the taxes and to renovate them.
Okay.
So my assets turned into liabilities.
Right.
So now I'm sitting with a handful of liabilities.
And real quick, just for the audience, educate them on the taxes portion by you buying those in the auction.
So they wipe out the taxes, but you got to pay the taxes for that year that you're coming into. So to get the deed, they make you pay the taxes for that year. So though I bought 3 houses, I only ended up with 1 actually. Only ended up with 1 in that auction because I couldn't afford the taxes on the other properties because now I got these car notes that are.
Yeah. So those liabilities bid them in the end.
So and I shouldn't have did that. I should have got the assets stable first. Because everybody got this thing where they talk about, I want passive income. I want passive income.
Yeah.
Right. But like, what does it really take to get to that point?
Talk about it.
So, and this is actually what led me to get into construction. Right. So I ended up with 1 property. And this is hilarious. I walked in a property and I was like, this is only going to be $10,000 to renovate. Bro.
Wait. You walked in there without a contractor. I bought it yourself.
10K.
Yeah.
10K, bro.
10 gonna do it.
10 gonna do it.
Maybe even 9,500.
10 gonna do it. A brand new roof later.
Okay.
New electrical, plumbing, HVAC, floors, doors.
Yeah.
$60,000 more in a couple years. I actually renovated that property myself, me and my father-in-law and my family, right? My son, my wife, and anybody that would come in and help. So that's like where I got my start from a construction perspective. I learned how to put a house together.
Wow.
From like studs all the way to a finished project.
Right.
That's dope,
right?
Bro. That's what's up.
My Uncle Robert, he actually has a drug addiction, right? What people will say, I would never disrespectful and call him a crackhead or what, the community would call somebody.
Yeah, the addictive personality.
Yeah. That's a good one, brother. That's a new one. Addictive personality.
Yeah.
But he taught me everything that I know from a carpenter perspective. Everything. And if I was just to meet y'all today, me dressed like this and him dressed like he dressed, I would still introduce him as, this is Robert. this is the main guy.
Right. Yeah.
Because he knows everything. He rebuilt the roof. That roof was like a $20,000 roof, bro. He said, nephew, give me $1,500.
Wow.
Yeah.
It pays. That's what's up, man.
Give me $1,500. I got on that roof with him, worked it out with him, but he got off the roof. Right. This is what really like. I'm working at Comcast. I'm on the roof of Balenciagas. I still got the video of that. Like crazy.
On the roof of Balenci's
on the roof with the Balenciagas. Yeah.
On his roof with these
Come on, bro. I almost bogus. But he showed me something. Mm-hmm. He got off the roof, walked up the street, and got paid $3,500 to build a back deck, and built the deck in 3 days.
Wow.
Wait, what?
Wow.
So you mean to tell me in 3 days, this person who's addicted, right, to drugs can walk up the street and produce $3,500 like that?
Wow.
That's crazy. After
seeing that, I ain't looked back since.
Okay.
Like I ain't looked back since. So that's what like gave me my start to be in construction, right? After that, I always had a passion. I bought more properties, right? So you research how they only under $5,000. I'm buying properties like people buying shoes.
And at this point, is everything coming from the auction?
Everything's coming from the auction. I'll buy like wholesale real estate. Me and my wife actually got into wholesale real estate. Started doing that as well.
So real quick, just for me, so I can follow. When y'all talking about auctions, y'all talking about like a real estate auction, so homes that may have been foreclosed on.
Yeah, I got a mentorship
or properties
that I do.
Well,
I actually teach individuals this. It's like 13 weeks. We can talk about it.
Oh, okay. Cool.
No, just playing. So
that's what it sounds like. But you know,
I do have a mentorship, right? Yeah, I teach people that. But to break it down to you, so there's an auction in Gary, Lake County auction. You download the list. Right now, it just actually came out, and you can still register too. It's a $600 registration fee. $500 of that goes towards the purchase of the property that you're going to purchase. You can buy properties for less than $5,000 in this auction. You can buy properties for $500 if it's a plot of land. If you're not developed like me, then that is a super gold mine. Yeah. It's a 6-month redemption period. So it takes 6 months to redeem the property from the previous owner because you have to send out notifications via a lawyer. You can send them out yourself, but I would actually recommend you use a lawyer to send it out properly. Certified mail, letting you know that I purchased your taxes, your back past due taxes, and you have this amount of time to redeem it, or you
forfeit it. Right?
Exactly. Really good properties, people redeem them. People pay the taxes on them, but if they don't pay the taxes, then you go down to the courthouse. Okay. You pay the taxes for that year, not what they owe. And then you get a deed in the mail.
Oh, yeah.
And you own it free and clear.
I wish I'd have did that.
This sounds like free game right here, man.
I wish I'd have did that on my first flip.
Yeah.
So you own it free and clear, and I can get into this. So I had a company called Think Biz Group, and my wife actually came up with that name, which was dope. Think Biz Group. Yeah. So we did personal credit right after we sold hair weave. So
yeah, moved back to Gary. Now you in construction for real.
Yeah.
So this level of construction that you in now, compared to the side stuff that you were doing while you was working.
Oh man,
this is another level.
So my little brother, he actually got out of prison. So that's actually my why. Like, I still say that to this day.
Say your why though. Say that.
Yeah. Okay.
Say that. You prophesying right now. Say that. Say that.
You know, because he was the reason why I actually dove deeply into construction and put on a vest. And I knew that I wouldn't be able to give him a job at Comcast. Like, he did 10 years in prison for some things that he did in Mississippi. You know, the movie Life. This is the gun line, boss.
No,
that's where we actually had to pick him up from, for real.
My name's
like he actually did time there at that prison.
You know,
Camp 8, man. Camp 8. That was.
Yeah. Oh man.
Burn my damn tongue.
But yeah, I quit my job, man. I wasn't gonna couldn't get him a job at Comcast. Dove deeply into construction. Man, some of the roughest times in my life, bro. Like rough. rough. I went from wearing suits every day to, a hard hat, boots. My hard hat stank because I'm out there sweating in the hot sun. Got to wear that hard hat on the job sites. Boots, pants, dusty, dirty. Beat every single day. Got to wake up at 5 a.m. Just to get to the warehouse to tell the guys where they need to go, things like that. It was tough. Pandemic hit. I moved to Gary. And the reason why I moved to Gary, because this is important. This is extremely important for the Black community. The Hispanics that worked with me, big shout out to Manuel, big shout out to Roberto. Okay. They actually told me, Manuel told me, he knew that I was working on my house in Gary. He was like, move into it. Black culture teaches you, get you some assets, make it look cool, right? Yeah. You got some properties, rent them out. Man,
like
I
living
fixed
that
it up.
joint.
He said, move into it. Best decision I could have ever made. Move my family into it. My wife, she didn't want to move into it, unless I made it like a luxury.
Laid it out.
Yeah, so I had to change the floors. I had to change the kitchen tile. I had to put better lights and fixtures and finishes in there, like stainless steel appliances, everything. I moved into it, took away my overhead completely. That's how I built my construction company, Solar One. $1 million construction company.
Okay.
So yeah, $1 million construction company.
Talk your shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like people
Y'all
don't know
heard
like contracts. So if we like they just said, Mark Zuckerberg just became like he beating out Jeff Bezos over Amazon. Right. It's based on the contracts and what is there. Right. Like the money that you're pretty much worth. Projected money, things like that. So built $1 million construction company because I had, $1 million in contracts. So that's $1 million construction company. Same thing right now. Like Campbell Construction has probably $2-3 million in contracts.
Big dog.
Right now, and it's the beginning of the year.
Big dog.
Got in the field with my brothers, man. We worked from like 7 a.m. to 1 o'clock in the morning. Bro, we'll do like 3 different jobs a day.
Wow.
Like banging out jobs, right? And actually, I was just talking to my wife about this. Like, and actually some friends, we was out last night. With all of the success that I have right now, the journey is like the most like fun I've had. The most, even though it seems stressful, like climbing and trying to get to the point that I am now, like these bills be billing, bro. Like you gotta.
So that I'm glad you said that because you've given us a great story on your foundation and how you got started and the reasons why you do the things you do. So this was something I want to ask you. With a man who is successful, you say your husband, you got kids, you seem like you in tune with your family, and you got close friends. What does that work-life balance look like for you? Because I mean, as men, we talk to provide. Me and Wallace, we talked about that stuff before, but at the same time, like, because I asked the guest a few episodes ago, what does self-care look like? But how do you find work-life balance as a Black man, successful Black man?
I mean, if you ask me, like, if you go to anybody and you ask about me about work-life balance, like there is none. There is none. There's no work. There's no such thing of work-life balance. Like, if you ask me, like, I really think people need to get that out of their mind. Like, work-life balance, what the fuck is that?
A man with time ain't got no money, and a man with money ain't got no time.
Okay.
Like, what is that though? Truly, like.
Okay, so because I asked the question, I guess I'll because you say you're married. So if you spend all your time working, how do you find time to be a husband? How do you find time to be a father to your kids? How do you find time to make your wife feel special? Well, babe, maybe she understands 3 or 4 days out the week you got to work 10 to 12-hour shifts with your people. She probably on a job. So go ahead. No, I don't know yet. Okay, so she was okay.
So if we baying like bae.
Okay, so
we got the same.
But it's not like that for everybody. Everybody dynamic isn't like that. Where they in the positive seat. So you clearly found your yin to your yang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So but in a perfect world, it don't always work like that.
In a perfect world, it does though.
Yeah.
What is the perfect world to you?
My perfect world.
See? Wait.
Go ahead.
The first thing you said was mine.
My perfect world. I'm going to explain.
Your perspective. So
right. My perspective. Okay. Yeah.
Perspective.
Yeah. My perspective.
Is a big word, right?
Yes. Absolutely.
People like.
Perception is reality. Shit.
Perception is reality.
Yeah.
Your perspective on something. So when you say, well, in a perfect world, this is my perfect world. When I say
respect,
what is work-life balance? Like,
respect.
There isn't any work-life balance.
Yeah.
Okay.
If somebody looking at me like a young man coming from where I'm coming from, right? So, like, there is no such thing as, oh, you got a work-life balance. You doing this? That doesn't exist for me, right?
Oh, okay.
Not right now, and I'm gonna tell you why.
I respect that.
Like, do we really pay attention to how far behind we are as Black people?
No, as a people, no. But let's open their eyes. Let's talk about it.
Right. So, generations in other races are left with property.
Yes.
They're left with cash liquidity.
Yes.
They're left with
Trust
all of
funds.
these. So we was just talking about work-life balance. So when you think about work-life balance, and I was explaining to you, like, if you really think about it, like, I'm passionate about what I do. So what you said, if you find something you love, then you never work a day in your life.
Right.
I
That's the saying.
really love construction. I really love building. I really love seeing things that are not alive come back to life.
Right.
And if we're talking about, what the work-life balance is, I was speaking to you and I was telling you, like, the road, right?
Yeah.
So if I got this road and I'm trying to get to the end of this road, which is wealth, right? But in front of me, right, I got the road that I'm driving down with, the masses or, my people.
Yeah.
We all on the same road.
Yeah.
But then I decide that I want to really build wealth. So it veers me off to a place that has no exit, no sight of, the destination or where I'm going. It's just all forest. And you have to literally physically build a road, which means the gravel, the asphalt. You got to put the lines on this road, and this is what we talk about when we talk about, like, who's that person for the family to build that road, right? So I don't have who's gonna sacrifice. So I don't really have the work-life balance. And it's not that I don't want it. Yes, 100% I want that. Like, I want to be able to take off and self-care and, get my toes rubbed, massage,
right.
do all of those things, but I can't.
Like, why can't you, though?
Because
I ain't gonna say you can't. Is you just deciding that other things supersede that?
I'm deciding that I will be the sacrificial lamb.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. So you're the person.
Like,
okay.
I will be that person. And even when you go to war is in the Bible. Like, there's that person that's willing to get on the front lines, and even in the modern day, right? Yeah. That's going to get on the front line and give their life up for their religion or whatever the case may be. Yeah. And I'm willing to give my life up for my family.
Yeah. Okay, that's what's
like
up.
I'm going to work every single day. I'm going to go to school and learn more skills and all of these different things so that I can get my family, I can lead them down this road that has destinations, that has exits and has, rest stops.
I got you. I follow. That, yeah.
Right? So right now we don't have, for me and my family, we got some destinations and rest stops, but we don't have, like, the destination. And I have to get to that destination. And time is the only thing that nobody can harness.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right now. So it doesn't matter how rich you are. I think that's in Ecclesiastics in the Bible.
Okay.
Where it talks about, I think, y'all might correct me, but I read the Bible, but I'm not, a pastor, but I think it talks about, like, all of this is meaningless. The money, the cars, the success, because time takes away everybody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm willing to sacrifice my time for my family, right? And not what I'm gonna do? Go hang out?
I don't know if that's what you want to do.
Right.
What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go, because that's what everybody call you. Let's go to the club. Let's do this. Let's do that.
But I think that type of stuff is important to build relationships outside of what we love to do. I love to hoop, but I'm not gonna wake up every day and put basketball before my family for the things and people I care about.
Hoop ain't paying you though.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't even about. He just said the money shit don't matter.
It don't.
See what I'm saying? People quick to say that to an athlete or people who play ball and shit like that,
Yeah.
if they made the money. I get that. I've never made money. What I'm saying is though, it's something that I love to do. So I'm playing on that point that you're saying, hey man, I love to do. I'm blazing this trail, but if you got to sacrifice everything for the sake of you for your family, that's admirable. I feel like that's great, but I also feel like.
And it's even bigger than that, though.
So if your carburetor go out, if you break down, then what?
I get you when you say that. I get you when you talk about self-care. So if you ask me what my self-care is, and if y'all follow me on Instagram, you see me work out every morning.
Okay. But that
because I got to keep the engine going.
Right. So let me be petty. So let me be petty real quick. So the fact that you working out, you could be at a site. You could have a hard hat on in the vest. Right? But you took time to prioritize something.
Yeah, so like right? So like I don't get out the house until like I'm not hitting the job site until 9 a.m. now. Right? I got people who gonna hit a job site at 7 or whatever the case may be.
Okay.
So when you ask me about that piece, like I the reason why I don't get to a job site till 9 a.m. is because me and my wife will take a walk to the Sears Tower, which is the Willis Tower from where
Sears Tower, boy.
Sears Tower.
What you talking about, Willis?
It's like Harrison. We'll take a walk in the morning. We talk through everything in the morning. No phones, just clearing our minds, being outside. My kids see me in the morning, get them dressed, they eat breakfast, and I drop them off at school. Right? That's huge, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of
Then I get my coffee, and then I'm on the job site.
Okay.
I work out in between that. The walk is the workout, or if it's too cold outside, I'm in the gym early in the morning.
Yeah.
But that's like that balance that you asked me for. They get those hours, and then when I come home, I'll break in those hours. But Sundays, as of recently, is like our days, right? That I still end up working sometimes, but those are the days. But if you ask me like what comes first, do the kids come before work? No. The reason why the kids don't come before work, because if I don't work, then I can't take care of the kids.
Big fact.
And a lot of people don't like put those perspectives into place. Like, yeah, like my son got a game at 9 a.m. Right, while they off on vacation, but I got a job site to be to.
So let me ask you this real quick. In that dynamic, in your family dynamic, does your relationship or your marriage come before your kids?
Does my relationship or my marriage come before my...
I mean, do you prioritize your marriage? I mean, you and your wife needs before your children.
You know what's so crazy about that is that me and my wife view marriage differently, though. Like, we don't really view marriage as traditional
gender roles.
Yeah, like all of that. Like she is the boss of the house. Everybody knows that. I'm the boss outside, right?
Okay.
If I'm walking outside,
yeah.
like everybody looks at me like, okay, Rukeem the boss. But in the house, like I know and I respect her enough that when I walk across that door, like, man, whatever disagreements, whatever, like I gotta make sure I fix those. I'm bound down to what she's saying in the house. Because if she's angry, it'll mess up the entire house dynamic.
I agree.
Be all off and stuff like that.
Agree.
But we don't even say marriage or husband and wife. It's more like take care of you. I'm gonna take care of me, and we'll share happiness together. Yeah. My job isn't to make her happy. Her job is to make me happy.
I feel the same way, bro.
Yeah. We're not. Oh, what about your wife's needs? What about mine?
Right.
That's how we are. Like,
and people have criticized men and brothers for having that sentiment. Like we like you said, when you come home, your wife reigns supreme in that aspect. But it's like a man not supposed to speak on his needs or feel like if he's speaking on it, he's being less masculine because he said how he feel.
Yeah, if we get into that, like I really, really, honestly, like I really don't speak about relationships and. The masses, but if somebody put me on a podcast and talked about relationships, like it'll be a lot of people that will really love me, and then it'll be a lot of people who like really, really hate me at the same time. Some people are just likable in that sense when they talk about relationships. Yeah. I'm really likable in business, right? But if it comes to relationships, then like it's gonna be like a love-hate thing because like it's not a feminine thing to work really hard, become successful, be a top tier guy, extremely respectful to women because I'm raised by women, and then be out there amongst women and looking at them like they gold. Like, I'm gold too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's different for me. Like I've worked really hard on this, right?
yeah.
You might work really hard to,
completely
get your body together and be as beautiful as you are. And it takes a lot for women to get to, the way they dress and things like that too. Right? Sometimes it does.
Sometimes they just on point. They like, you just look like that. Okay.
Yeah. But it's like, man too, right? So man can be the cream of the crop, the top of the top. But I don't I'm so knee deep in business that I don't even get into those conversations or those debates. It's been going on for a long time. They telling you like, get your job, work your job for 2 years, and then come to me and buy a house. Who does that benefit? That benefits the person that's selling you a house.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I teach you that when I can teach you how to go and redevelop a property, get paid while redeveloping a property? You put it on the market and you sell your people a great property, right? You sell the people that got 2 years in jobs and things like that, the property. So the money never leaves the circle.
Right.
Never leaves. So regular everyday people that want an FHA loan, like, no, become an investor. How do I become an investor? Buy a property in Gary. Why not? It's less than $5,000. It's less than that trip to Miami you're going to take when you get your taxes.
Talk about it.
Right? It's less than the Balenciagas that I had on that roof. Like, it doesn't cost a lot of money. Like, getting good credit don't cost a lot of money. Like, no matter where you are and where you stand, you can make millions of dollars. You just got to be patient with this process.
So what all entails in your mentorship? Like, is there like because I was just going through your IG or whatever.
Yeah.
Is there? Cause
so I'm over 30 students right now.
Okay.
It's Redevelop Chicago. We rebranding everything. I'm doing one-on-one mentorships now, and what that mentorship entails is a 13-week course where I'm going to teach you how to read architectural plans and blueprints.
Okay.
I'm going to teach you how to do bids and estimates. Remember, I want you to make money through the construction, and in order for you to make money through the construction, you got to understand the construction. Right? So I'm teaching you all of that. I make sure that the same thing that everybody else do, like get your LLC, business credit, business funding. You can get that from anywhere. Investing in a property, hard money, private money. But construction is really what real estate is, because a building can't be a building without being constructed.
Exactly.
And you have to understand what construction entails if you want to get the money from the bank and sustain a renovation, because there's so many people who can't get through a renovation because they don't understand construction. And contractors run off. You lose money. Situations happen. Contractors can't run off on me because I'm the contractor.
Oh, okay.
Now that's a bar.
I'm the contractor. How you gonna run off on the contractor?
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a bar.
You can't, because I know what you're gonna do. I know how you operate. I know how you work. I know how to give you a down payment. I buy all of my own material. I know how much the work costs that you're gonna do. Right? I know how long it's gonna take, and I teach my students. I teach them everything, and I literally hold their hands through projects. Like you guys just saw, like, big shout out to Merte.
Yeah.
We did that project together, literally, side by side. Hey, this is what's going on. These are the inspections. This is how much this costs. Didn't hide anything from them. That's one of my mentees, right? And I got we got 6 other properties right now, but it's probably like 15 students on these other properties, and I'm doing the same thing with them. And what happens is I actually recycle. You ask about time, right? So I'm sacrificing my time right now to teach somebody like yourself, construction. Guess what happens? When you dive knee deep and you got to get in the field, I'm with my family now.
Right.
So there's no work-life balance. It's straight balance.
Okay.
I'm never going to the field no more. Because I'm calling you. Hey, I got this job for $250.
Right.
I already did the bid and estimate. I know how long it's going to take. Do you want to take it or not?
So your
network.
Rafa said your mentorship programs creates developers.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. That's what's up.
So it's
not flippers.
No.
Right.
Not flippers.
No.
Developers.
Creating your own army of people. But I appreciate a brother like you and people like that because I've never heard nobody do it like this or give back and because I've always talked about like people gatekeep and stuff, but like now hearing you talk about it, bro, like I'm intrigued. Like I'm like, you know what, I need to be a mentee.
And this is the thing. I've experienced other programs in the city who create flippers that and just sticking my foot in the water, I know that they didn't know what the fuck they was doing.
Wow.
And not only that, talking to other people in regards to the people that was in the program, I know that they did, like, everything looked good on paper. And then, but not only that, there was a certain aspect of control in those programs that they didn't allow you to have. So once you're actually in the program, the person who ran the program would do everything themselves. So when you do
not with me.
So when you do your classes, with
that sounds like a finesse.
You was going to the classes for a certain amount of weeks. He said, "Hey, this is how this works. This is how this works." But imagine this is flips. So we're doing a full gut flip. These are the stages, and you might go to a house and they'll show you the stages. After that is, hey, we can JV. But his version of JVing was, I'm going to do all the work and control the contractors. I'm going to control this. I'm going to control that. And then by the time you get to the end of that, you have no idea how to flip a house.
Wow.
You have no idea how to flip a house yourself.
So for me, like, there is some sense of control, right, from a construction perspective. But if you found a plumber who can do this scope of work that I teach you for cheaper, we're going with that plumber.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Good.
Why? Because I've already submitted to the lender how much this scope of work costs. Now, if it's $15,000 and you can get it done for $10,000, including material, and I vet that person and they get it done, we got $5,000 in profit. So me and you split that profit.
Yeah.
But you also get the experience if they run off.
What's to that though? I'll be hearing that. So like we just had a previous guest. Y'all say people like run off on jobs.
Yeah,
like,
they will.
Incomplete.
Yeah.
They'll
get a payment from you and not finish.
Wow.
Big payments. Construction. Yeah. Listen, construction is the most lucrative industry that you can ever be in. But it is you can get, man, I honestly, like, I said this when I was like knee deep in just being a contractor and not, on this side, mentoring and developing. I got all my jobs from contractors running off. All my jobs. All my jobs came from somebody ran off on you and now I got to come fix it.
That's crazy. You got to come behind.
You still got to pay me though.
But you got to catch these people in traffic, bro.
It ain't, once you get into like big business like that.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to be like people, like a contractor just recently ran off on me. Just recently. I paid him for the plumbing. He answered the phone for me and everything. Would not come back and finish the job. So relationships called my other plumber and he came over there and fixed it. Yeah,
but people, I guess you talk, that's like the integrity of the business as well. A lot of people don't have it.
But you got to take the good with the bad.
Yeah, right? For sure.
So it's just one of them things that
part of the game.
It's a part of the game. Like if you want to get rich and be successful and
you're going to take some L's.
You're going to take a lot of them though.
Yeah.
But you got to learn from them because I took so many L's. Like I know your mannerisms. I know how you're going to move. I know what you're going to say. The discernment on point now. So it tells me like, okay, he gonna run off. Yeah. Right. So if I know he gonna run off, guess what? I'm gonna hook him with a lower price. Right. If I hook you in with a lower price, you gonna do most of the work. You gonna run off anyway. I know you was gonna run off. Right. So this scope of work might be 10,000, but I hooked you in for 3,000 and you did most of the work. Yeah. So I'll bring somebody else in to tidy it up. Right. Yeah. Exactly. But that's what I coach and teach. I literally teach you how to be a player in the game. Man, that's crazy. Hey, we're going to definitely have to do a part 2, bro. Like this. That's a whole nother piece though. Like, this is definitely. If I broke down like construction and like that piece. Yeah. Like people will be like, every time I get on camera or I get on, social media and I talk about like so many people are intrigued with it, but they don't know like, bro, I get $50,000, $100,000 payments from, people who are interested in, getting a job. And when you really think about it, these are people who have never met me in person. Right. They've never met me in person and wired me over, $60,000, $70,000. Right. Cause they know your reputation. Well, I mean, that's work cool. Speaks for itself. That's cool, but gave somebody 70,000 and imagine that person just running off.
Yeah, just disappearing.
Robbie Blue, bro.
This is what happens though. Like it's people who go to whole other countries with your money.
Yes. Yes.
That's crazy.
Right. And I've seen those stories. I've heard those stories.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so successful, because I'm result driven.
Right.
Yeah.
And if I need to, I will personally work on a project myself, and you'll see me every single day because reputation. Chip Hill at Comcast told me something. He said that nobody ever forgets what's on your tape. Your life is like a cassette tape, like a movie.
Yeah.
And nobody will ever forget. They'll forgive you, or they'll watch the finish of it, but they'll always remind you that, hey, remember when this movie first started?
Right.
This is who you used to be.
Exactly.
Facts.
So if you know that, you got to make sure that, you know, you're moving calculated and you're doing the right thing the entire time. Your integrity is extremely important when you dealing with large amounts of money, because again, money loves us. It comes in abundance. And the only way that can happen is if you are a money magnet and you believe, and you're not a slave to the dollar. Be more a slave to your brand and your integrity and God, right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's dope, man.
And this brother, I'm gonna let y'all know, he is knee deep in these programs, because I'm on Instagram. He at Home Depot with the crew, with the whole class. He got a whole class going on at Home Depot.
That's what's up.
Vests, boots, everybody is in there. He in there. Nope, that's wrong. Nope,
yeah, you gotta do the bids and estimates. You're actually working real projects. Those are real projects.
Yeah.
When they go to Home Depot, they're getting materials for real projects.
Yeah.
I need to know.
That's
And I'm
dope.
actually using
That's dope.
y'all quotes. So if you telling me that, like, I taught you blueprints, I taught you estimates and bids, and I take you to Home Depot and I say, pick out the material now. And I'm telling you wrong from right. Somebody out the crew gonna be like, no, this is how you do it. And then they actually do all of the work for the job, and I'm using their quotes.
Yeah.
But what happens is they start getting on those jobs and they like, oh, I got this.
Yeah. To build that confidence.
So now it's not just you being an investor. It's now you turning into a contractor and developer, so you can take on other people's projects.
Yes.
So now I'll take on all the projects in the city. That's why it's Redevelop Chicago, because we're coming to take the city.
Yeah.
But who's going to take the city? Not me, the people.
Right.
Like us.
Right.
We will come and take over the city and redevelop the city, because now we all contractors.
That's dope.
Now we all investors and we all developers.
Yeah.
So
you teaching two legs, two different key things. One, investor, which is me taking my own money and following your blueprint and getting this done. But two, Vese coming to me and I say, oh, I know how to do that. I'm getting Vese's money. This ain't even my project. It's Vese's. Like now that's two different businesses.
Yeah.
That's two different businesses coming from one cohort.
yeah, and it's important, right? Because real estate is not just one thing. Like it's so many different moving parts, and like some of my students are doing personal credit. Some of my students are doing business funding. Some of them are.
You teaching that too?
Yeah. Some of them are. Yeah.
Hold on.
The press.
Hold on, cause
personal funding, business credit,
And the lender, though.
Building
you can
credit.
become the broker if you want to become the broker.
Wait, you got a loan officer class too?
Yeah. So if you want to be the private money and hard money lender, you can become the
he
lender.
had
yeah.
that. That's why I said we
Man.
definitely
Come
gotta
on,
get to
man.
a part two,
Come on,
because I want to ask you about the whole hard money situations. But what I want to do before we get up out of here, I want to talk about this event you got coming up on the 22nd.
Yeah. So I got a free event coming up on the 22nd where I'm actually going to go through the mentorship, but most importantly, like give information on how the process works, right? Explaining, breaking down hard money versus private money, breaking down, business credit cards and how they work, and how you can actually get through the project, and different sources that you can go to liquidate credit cards, and the things that we use to get through projects. And, we'll have lenders there. We'll have real estate agents speaking, but most importantly, this is just the lead up to the mentorship that actually starts March 23rd. We do have it down at the Trump Tower. Everybody's like, why do you have it at the Trump Tower? But all of y'all about to vote for him because.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he going to win by a landslide, but that's another conversation for another day.
Right.
He going to win by a landslide this time.
But I want to give my people the experience, and people that, have haven't got the experience of being, you know, in a luxury environment in places where you normally wouldn't see us. I want you to sit at a conference table, and I want you to experience that every Saturday for 13 weeks, be on projects, do your own projects, and learn all of this information. It is an investment that you have to invest in yourself, but that investment comes back, and you can get that from any student. They'll tell you, like, did I get the value? 100%. Because I'm teaching individuals how to be traders.
You're teaching a man how to fish. You ain't feeding him a fish.
Exactly.
That's dope.
So and I tell my students all the time, and I'll tell you guys, I don't want to do everything. I do not have the capacity to do everything. I need help. And in order to help you, you gotta learn it. All of those things that I went throughout those years, that's what you're paying for. You're paying for all of that experience. And then we're putting you in position to cash flow and make money.
Right.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
So you kind of touched on it. This is the last part, and then we're going to get you up out of here.
What's your long-term why?
There you go.
My long-term why.
Yes. Because you kind of gave us a shorter version earlier.
I think that right now I'm working, like, if looking at, like, kind of breaking them up, if I'm looking at, like, short term, I'm already working on my kids and things like that. But ultimately, I kind of want to live life freely. Like, what does that look like? So it's this YouTube channel called Outdoor Boys YouTube channel, right? And he goes camping, but that's what he do every day. Like, I want to wake up in the morning
And do whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah, I want to do, like you said, self-care, right? I'm gonna work now.
Yeah.
And I really look at my life like a house. Okay. Right now, I'm building a foundation. I'm past the foundation. I'm literally putting up the framed walls, right? So I'm putting up the 2x4s, and I'm in this house, right? In my mind, where I'm like putting up the walls, and I got the roof on, and I got my windows in, and now I'm at plumbing, right? Okay. I got to put the plumbing in next. I got to do the electrical. I got to get my HVAC in before I can get this house being alive. But once this house is up and done, I'm going to leave it, right? I'm going to leave that house for my kids and my family to go in and out of. And I'm just going to go outside.
That's what's up, man.
And I'm going to enjoy life.
Thank you, bro. Thank you. Hey, man. Thank you, man. Thank you. I almost feel undeserving of all the information that we didn't got, man. But like I said, man, God been working this season, in season 3, man. We really got some outstanding, amazing guests, as you can see. Brother Rukeem, I'm calling him now. Brother Rukeem. I done went to church and shit. I done went to church with my mans without even knowing. But hey, bro, man, shout out to Campbell Construction, Redevelop Chicago. Make sure y'all follow bro on all platforms, man. All platforms. Get in tune with the mentorship, man.
And how do we get the information for the mentorship?
Well, you can go to my actual page, Your Favorite Developer. You can go to redevelopchicago.com. And you can actually register, and you may receive a personal call from me.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Yeah. So, hey, make sure you like this video. Share the hell out this video.
Share, subscribe. Hey, man, don't make me slide up on y'all. Because I know who be subscribing and who don't.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But, hey, man, this definitely was definitely mind opening in regards to the game of developing. You know, like Vese tell you, this is probably one of the interviews I was most excited
for sure,
and I appreciate it.
So definitely didn't disappoint. Part 2 is Day in the Life.
For sure,
have a part 2.
It's coming, yes, sir.
Day in the Life, part 2 coming soon.
For sure, man.
Day in the Life. We going to classes with him. We going to construction sites with him.
Yes.
His wife's gonna cook us something to eat.
Yeah.
We gonna wake up the next morning
and do it all over again.
We standing with him for a whole week. He moved to his mansion's out there next to Jordan House.
Yeah, he got 100 doors. But hey,
there we go.
Thank y'all for watching Humble Bite Podcast on Vese. Stay blessed, man.
Peace.